the missing piece is the map piece. It's the piece to literally take away the resistance and the blocks. Because once you move those, then what do you fill it with? You fill it with love, joy, compassion, peace, all those high vibing things. And you keep yourself in that state. And when you keep yourself in that state, everything's possible. Immediately, it was definitely an answer to, or a solution to, something I was searching for probably close to 2 years, and really studying neuroscience and listening to different, leaders in our world about the brain and neuro pathways. I even developed a 30-day abundance program started talking about neuroscience and neuro pathways, and realized that 2 of the modules in there were about that, but I felt like I needed an entire 30 days of just that, because that to me was the key. I didn't know how to do that, how to change neural pathways the way MAP does. I knew that when I did specific things that I would have a lasting effect, probably a good couple of weeks, and then I would feel a dip. I'd have some anxiety or something, and so I was repeated. So I did things that I would repeat over and over, thinking that repetitive, listening to myself. I would actually, since I'm a podcaster, I would record myself, right? And I would record myself with I am statements. I would record myself with positive, powerful questions. And so I would listen to that early in the morning when I was just waking up, and late at night when I was just going to sleep, to train my unconscious mind, because this I thought I knew was the key, right? And then, so of course, you Google neuroscience, you Google all of these things, and all of a sudden this thing came up, this conversation, this information, and I followed the trail and the breadcrumbs, because that's what I do. I like I said earlier, I like to figure things out. So I found Colette, and I watched some of her videos on YouTube, and I just love her personality, and she's so warm. And she's a law of attraction junkie like myself. So I thought, wow, this is great. So I was nosing around and was able to get a session, the session, go in and do that. I went through the process, and immediately, I will tell you, I took myself to a retreat in November of last year and spent 3 days in almost silence, social silence, really changing a lot of my programming. Came out of that, felt so good, and really had no anxiety. And if I back up just a little bit, 3 years ago, my partner of 18 years took our kids and literally walked out the door. And I was like, what just happened? I understand law of attraction. How could this happen? So knowing you're not supposed to ask those questions, but I was just sort of dumbfounded by the whole process, knowing that, yes, it was a co-creative experience. I get it. So figuring all that out. But my anxiety was up, being in a house that was full of kids and full of family and to nothing, and it was not an experience that I enjoyed at all. So I would have anxiety in the morning. So that's why I was really wanting to release those feelings, those memories, those hurts. So let me just speed up again. So when I did that one session, that very first session, and really woke up the next 2 weeks with zero anxiety. And when I stepped into the issue that I worked on during that first, I had that I could look around my home with all the stuff that was missing, the furniture that was missing, the emptiness of it, and it doesn't tug at my heart anymore. It doesn't hurt. It just is something that I experienced, and it's okay. And I can talk to you about it. So it's really fascinating. And of course, so jumped into the program, and being able to magnetize every day, and being able to go into the dashboard and listen to pre-recorded MAP sessions and go through some of the other things that she has in there. It's been wonderful. It's been great. And so I've I have made MAP my official sponsor for my podcast because, and we were talking about it on a show last night. I just love the program and will continue to tell people about it and say, just try it. You're going to have some sort of shift. Now, whether there's some people who have an amazing, like, wow moment. I've released my anxiety. I have not woken up with any anxiety. And that's been, what is this, end of April? It's been over like 6 to 8 weeks now. And if for some reason something does trigger me, I realize that I can breathe into it and it will dissipate. And there's a program called MAP on the Go. Use MAP on the Go. Why not? It's like, the thing is like, if you found a tool that helped people, if you found something that really, really worked, not just affirmations and not just I ams and powerful statements, but something that really cleared those blocks, I would be telling the world about it. So everybody has a different degree. I know other people who've gone in. I have friends and family members who actually are in the program as well. So I'm getting feedback from them, and I've literally seen changes in them. So that's really cool to watch. Not only my progress, but other people's progress that I know. So that's my experience with MAP, and I'm sticking to it.